Welcome to SQL Server 2016 Administration. I'm Steve Jones, and this is Advanced Administration and Security. I'll be your lecturer today, and I've been working with database software for over 25 years, mostly with SQL Server, but also Oracle, DB2, Postgres, and MySQL. I've worked in a variety of different companies, big and small, as developer of software, both database and front-end software, a DBA, manager, sysadmin, various other positions throughout my career, a number of different industries, so I've had the chance to view how database software is used and built from a variety of different perspectives. I am also the founder and editor of SQL Server Central, founded that site over 15 years ago, and I'm a full-time editor of that site today. I also work for Redgate Software as an evangelist. And then Microsoft has awarded me the MVP award for the last 10 years, as first a SQL Server MVP and now a data platform MVP. Let's take a look at the course overview. In this section, we have a short introduction of the course, and then we'll move on to advanced security, where we look at encryption and various other security features from SQL Server 2016. We'll then move to extended events to give you a better idea of how to track all the activity on your instance. And finally, we'll finish up with a section on execution plans in the query store, which is new in SQL Server 2016. And we'll learn how we can use these tools to improve the performance of our server. Now in this course, we want to cover a number of different items. We do want to look at the various encryption options that are available in SQL Server, both for protecting data from a code perspective as well as from an administrative perspective. We'll talk about how to implement row-based security. Many people have done this on their own, but SQL Server 2016 includes new functionality that makes this very easy to include as part of your application, where you can decide on who can view which rows of data without changing the application code at all. We'll move on to extended events. We'll learn how we create these sessions, why it's better than trace, and how we get the data back to understand all the activity that's occurring on our instance. We'll next look at execution plans. We'll learn how to get the execution plan for a piece of code, how to save it, how to view it, work with different formats, and what information is available. And finally, we'll move on to the query store, which is a new feature in SQL Server 2016. We'll learn how we enable query store as well as configure it, and then how we can use it to help us improve the performance of our servers. We expect that you have some basic knowledge about SQL Server Management Studio, how to start them, how to maneuver around, how the interfaces work. We also would like you to have a computer with SQL Server installed and internet connection. You may need this for some of the demonstrations and examples if you want to follow along. Expect you to have some basic knowledge of encryption and cryptographic concepts, not so much the techniques or understanding how to implement them, but you understand what encryption is and how cryptography works. You understand how encryption actually works, what the idea is, and the cryptographic concepts around protecting plain text data by creating a random or encrypted text.